is how we begin. This was Chamberlain's speech. And this is how we begin. So welcome to 1939, and it's the start of the Second World War, and this is our 1940s inspired afternoon tea. So with much sturdier tablets than this time. So nothing should go amiss. So if you go closer, look. So I have made my own bread because flour is not rationed. But it is hard to get hold of, much like today's situation, although mostly you should be able to get hold of wholemeal bread. So I've made some wholemeal bread, and I made some normal bread from a bread mix. So from here we have things that you could probably get off the ration with your points. So we've got cheese, we've got corned beef, and I've got ham, spam, canned meat, that kind of stuff. Right, so we've got cheese, ham, and corned beef. So we'll have some 1940s inspired music. I haven't got my side part in there. Maybe some sing along. So as the treats, they are all 1940s recipes. I've never made any of them before, so they're not my equivalent recipes. That I know that work, and obviously all of this completely, the whole menu is done completely off of rationing. So this is a replica ration book. So all of this all of it is done on our weekly rations. So I have come in under our weekly rations. So we'll talk about what the rationings are. So I haven't used all my rations for the whole week. That would be stupid if I was in the war. So you've got tea in there, so you help yourself to the tea. But you need to make sure you've got your tea sieve, because it's loose leaf. So you've got loose leaf tea. There ain't no tea bags around. So you've got this sort of retro looking teapot here. It's just normal tea, loose leaf tea. And I really love these 1940s, they're sort of art deco, so it's slightly earlier, 1930s teacup sauces. As you can, Mum's having her knees up by herself over there. I've also got other things that I made. So all of these were made mostly. Very few eggs. Oh, you get something a jolly later. So we've got a giant pie. So this is a Walton pie, Lord Walton pie. So it's a vegetable pie. It's a vegetable pie with carrots, cauliflower, potatoes, and of all things, it says also to use Marmite in the. So I'm not sure. Marmite's been around a long time, I guess. So that pie would have, been a family dinner. So this one's just gonna have a small slice of it. Most of these things didn't make quite a lot because imagine they are on rations, and this would be what I've used here is like part of our weekly rations for 4 of us here. So obviously I've got other stuff that I didn't use on my rations. So my rations, these are based on what I found, so they may or may not be slightly different. I'm going to get myself a sandwich. So I've got corned beef and I've got cheese sandwich. So the rations per person are there or thereabouts. So you got 3 pints of milk, 3/4 of a pound of meat, 1 egg per person per week, 2 ounces of cheese, 4 ounces of bacon or ham, 2 ounces of tea, 8 ounces of sugar, 2 ounces of butter, 4 ounces of cooking fat, so marge, correct, shortening, 4 ounces of sweet per person every 4 weeks, and a pound of preserves every 2 months. So for us it would be 4 eggs in a week. So hello there, very posh. Yeah, sure. It's the war. We're not posh, we're just commoners. Look, we're just commoners with our sandwiches. Look, there they are, look. And the flag. Auntie P, I can see you. Wait, Ray's watching. Hi. Hi, Ray. Oh, no. So, all those are our weekly rations. And obviously, also off of rations, you had points. So with your points, I think 16 points a month is what I've read. That could be slightly different. So with those points a month, you can buy extra things. So in that case, in our 16 points, I would have bought some sultanas, some oats. I guess you could say chopped ham. So with my points, 16 points each one has different points. So the most expensive one I can see is, I think, tinned meat, I think. Oh, stewed steak and salmon, which is like you'd have to save up your points for, basically. No. So these ones are also potato scones. If you want one of them. Hi, Uncle. Okay, I'll tell them. That's Uncle. That's Uncle. Uncle G. So I think we would have been able to survive with our points. So, but then again, with this, I did work this out. I still had rations over from this. I still had 1 egg. I still had bacon. I still had milk. I've only used 2 eggs in the whole of it, so a lot of things have got no eggs. Very little butter, not much flour. So flour wasn't rationed, but it was hard to get hold of, which is, like I said, exactly like today when you can't get hold of it. But you ate my corned beef sandwich out. Email come from. And then we have some scones. Like I said, all of these are wartime recipes, so they're all made during that time from whatever source they came from. So try to keep it as authentic as possible. So I'll go through this so I can actually eat one sandwich. So on this side you've got some potato scones. Yeah. So these are potato scones here. Got the vegetable pie, which is more of a dinner, but you could obviously have some of it, a sliver of it. It does recommend to serve it with big gravy, so you might have for dinner tomorrow. On this side, with some exciting novelties for later, so you have mock apricot tarts. So what can you do when you don't have an apricot? You make something that tastes like an apricot, which doesn't taste like an apricot. So you've got carrot and plum. Love your bee pie. You look very dapper. Enjoy it. Hi Deb. Hope nice to see you. Hope. Thanks for tuning in. There's the. Oh look, but you can't see my mum's head. Yeah, just while I try. You know, my hair's long, so I can't cut it. So I just moose it all the way back. Yeah. So plum and carrot instead of apricot, and then the next one is mock banana, which I won't say what that is yet. We'll find out just later. Yeah, sorry, Mum was the potato scone. And on this side, you've got some rock cakes, which you know, if you made them before, they're not really, but they make the most of not very much ingredients and make quite a few. These are carrot cookies, just because they also believe that during the war, that carrots were. They wanted to encourage kids to eat carrots because they're naturally sweet. But they're not a replacement for sweet, so they could sweeten stuff or have them as sweet. and they were good and it can help you see in the dark. There's lots of retro posters for Dr. Carrot if you look out for them on Pinterest. This is the first time I've made a wholemeal loaf as well. I managed to get some wholemeal loaf. Wholemeal loaf. This is a wholemeal loaf. You see on the top it's got oats. This one I made myself from scratch. The other ones were for bread mix. This one is the first time I've made wholemeal loaf. It actually come really good. I think because I haven't had homemade bread for a long time, it's slightly different. It feels like it's heavy, but it's because it's homemade. Mum can't help herself. She just wants to have her knees up. I think we'll just send my mum out into the street to sing for my street. We've got a flag up there, look. And we've got bunching at the top. You can see it there, look. There'll be loads of pictures earlier. The top. You've got some. They're like bourbon, so I guess I'm going to say they're like pre-bourbon. So these are like little biscuits, and then we've got some bread pudding on the top. What else did I say? So we've got our scones as well as the jam, but instead of cream, we have mock cream. So I tried some of it. It's not quite like cream, which is what you'd expect because it's mock cream. But we'll see later what everyone else thinks of it. I think it's a lot like custard myself. But I've got loads of bread. Staying safe. There'll be a special appearance later on also from not Winston Churchill. So you better look out for that at the end. So that will be at the end of the war, because at the moment we're at the beginning of the war, and then we'll jump to 19. And then 1945 we'll jump. What do you want? What is it that you want some of? Am I gonna have to send that post free delivery? What's the minimum spend? Oh, it said it's a shame Granny can't be here. So he grew up. I remember Granny when he was in the war. Silly. What? 19. No, when the war was on. He wasn't 19 when the war was on, was he?
It must have been 9.
9. When the ball? 1936. So he was 3 when the war started.
Yeah.
So Brendan was 3 when the war started. So we took him at well, Dad took him. Dad's a delivery man. Dad took him a little box of goodies. So he has scones, and rock cakes, and biscuits, and bread pudding, and the little pot of jam of my jam I made for him to take, so he's got that to have today. Brownie looking? Oh, you mean the biscuit?
It's the thing.
You mean these? They're biscuits. Look, you can see. Inside there's like a... they look quite thick actually. You can see inside it's like a... It's like a bourbon biscuit. What do you wanna? So, Mum wants a bit of pie. So I actually made this on the tin plate so that I got from work. So look, even more authentic. Look.
It's smaller than what you cut.
Oh, customers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cutting a real sliver of this Walton pie. easy to cut as it looks. Oh, right. Oh.
What vegetables are in it? Trust it on there, Mum. What's in it?
It's potatoes. Send it over, yeah. Send it over love, really. It's so common.
Well, you can cut that bit out. Potatoes what?
I don't think that's not going to. It's all carrot. It's all potatoes, carrots, swede, a little bit of swede. I suppose it's all free for another time. Me and Matt want some. There's a long list, honey, of people that want stuff. Oh, should I do a VE-Day delivery service? Actually, a lot of people have actually doing afternoon tea day today. Morrison's announced that we're sending an afternoon tea box. I think a lot of people for having afternoon teas, but most of them are modern day things for VE Day, whereas this is authentic 1940s dishes from the period. What? 1940s style?
Well, you know, fancy.
Mum's trying to discredit me here.
No, it's all fancy.
That's what I said. You said style. 1940s style from the war and the rations. It makes it a little bit more different. So this is the Bolton pie. There was many versions of this online. On here, so basically a vegetable pie.
Feels like a wartime pie, I know.
I suppose it. Mum's basically Vera Lynn. And it has parsley in it as well as potatoes, swede, stock. It's actually alright. It's mostly, I mean, if you think the vegetables we would have for this would have to come from, which weren't on ration, would be have to free from our allotment. So we'd have to grow vegetables, or you'd have to, I suppose, trade with your neighbour if you had one. Very little things that actually have butter in it. The only thing that has butter in it is the scones. And as I said, there's only 2 eggs used in the whole of this. Auntie P looks lovely and still looked very young. In a wave? Stand up, Mum. Yeah, but this is her dress. There she is. And then she's going to sing over there later. Oh. Okay, you sit down now. There's going to be loads of. So this would be the point if I was working, that I would take something to work tomorrow or whenever I was in there. I have to be a bit more creative because there's loads of wholemeal bread. The pie can be eaten for dinner or it could be frozen, I suppose. Sandwiches won't. Always come sandwich tomorrow. A little tart. Oh, I think that's so. Did you have one?
Yeah, I did that.
Actually had a bowl of mash in the fridge that we had left over. Mum kept saying, "We're gonna chuck it, gonna chuck it." I said, "Leave that mash alone." And it's ideal. The original recipe didn't make much. It only made like a. It cut it into 6, but it was like a. It was like it was for 2 people. They're very soft.
Yeah, they are. They're fluffy, aren't they?
It's almost like a soda bread. serve tea like a lady. Ah, I'm saying this is a replica copy of the ration book. So you can see it's got inside this. So you go to each of your grocers. So let's say there's a butcher or the greengrocer. And you get them. You sign their address in these parts here, so that they will supply your monthly rations. So if one person sells it all, say like made an equivalent of the Tesco, they have all of it there. And then I think there would be I'm not quite sure what this bit is, but you'd have like a thing where you can they tear it off and you take part of it. See, it marks it off so each week. And then you put obviously you put your name and there you go. Something like that. Chocolate biscuits, bread pudding, rock cake, carrot biscuit. Not apricot, so that's carrot basically. This one is mock banana. I won't tell you what that is. They're like coffee cups, these ones. And as you and your family, it's amazing to see families still together. We're stuck together, we're in lockdown. So it's a bit like a coffee cup basically there. I really like the bottom of this pattern on the bottom. It's very it's like a shell sort of pattern. I need some more tea. What you like? This is a different recipe from bread pudding. This is not the usual one Some of the recipes are really nondescript. They say about, add this until it becomes this. I'm like, okay, it's got orange peel in it as well. You can have orange. This is the other white bread that I made from a packet mix. Some of these things are bigger than others, so I've got a rock cake. I was tempted to put cherries in it because I always put cherries in my rock cakes, but that wasn't on the recipe, and I'm meant to know where you get classic cherries, so I don't know. So I got one of them. Well, that's a carrot cookie, so it's a bit like a rock cake, but without the fruit. It's got carrots in it. That's the thing. There's a lot of recipes that have milk, like blancmange. The fake mock cream is made from milk and corn flour. Even the filling for the biscuits has milk in it. It was a bit like making a mousse. So I also depend on baking powder. So luckily I've got baking powder because yeast, baking powder, flour, holy grails. I think these taste more or less like my rock cakes.
Carrot cakes taste like vanilla.
Apples and vanilla in it. There's a lot of things like pretending things that aren't things. Like the carrots pretending to be apricots because you couldn't get them. Or the mystery item pretending to be bananas. What's the problem, man?
Well, it works because it does taste kind of like that.
I ain't got it yet. haven't had any dinner anyway, so this is our dinner and our supper. Hello, goodbye. Yeah, I prefer the bread pudding in the fridge. Everyone else preferred it lukewarm, so I just left it lukewarm. Is the bread pudding alright? I never used to like bread pudding. It's a little bit different than the one I usually make. I think people get confused between bread pudding and bread and butter pudding as well. So this is just bread, old bread, milk, an egg. Usually an egg. This doesn't have egg in it. I'm sorry, it just went to have egg. Fruit, sultanas, sugar. What else? This is alright. I don't know, maybe it's the ones in the shop that put me off. But when I made some, it's upbeat music now. Someone sent me that kettle. Brave, and I'm going to be one of the first people to try one of these styles. This is oatmeal pastry, so it's a pastry made with oats as well as flour, and on the top you can see is the fake cream, which is a bit like custard. I did try this instead. I wasn't overly keen because of the texture, but we'll see. The pastry is quite nice. Okay. She's really getting jolly with it. I can't say it tastes anything like apricot, to be honest. This is the mock banana. So bananas weren't available because they were imported. So this is the oatmeal pastry, which is actually quite nice. I will use this again in my modern day. No, oats. Oats. Only it's not much. So this is banana, but it's not banana. So what do you think it is?
Non-banana.
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna let her see if she can figure it out. But it's vegetable.
What?
It's vegetable.
It's a vegetable.
Yeah, see that? This is more cryptic. Yeah, look, take this piece here. Oh, dropped it. It does. It's not too
I know
difficult.
what it is.
Yeah, you can know what. Oh, she's Mrs. Marple over there. You smell it, and it smells like a banana, but it isn't a banana.
Tastes like pear. Nice. Tastes like apple. Apple pear.
I will say, it doesn't taste of what the vegetable is. It does taste banana, but that's banana essence in it. I was still guessing what it is. It's a parsnip.
It's very nice.
It's a lot nicer than I thought it would be. There's parsnip with sugar, and we had banana essence, but I don't know how they would have got banana essence. But anyway, it has that banana. See, I don't like banana texture, but it's actually nice. It works not. It works well with the cream on the top. It'd be really nice if you did this as a fake banoffee. It's a panoffee because it's a parsnip, so a panoffee pie. I haven't had one of these. I did have one of these earlier. I broke one. I definitely, they're not brownies, but they're biscuits. But they are quite thick, these biscuits. I think they've gone a bit soft. You can see inside them. Do you want half of one? Oh. It's a bit like a... Yeah. But now, the filling's made it soft, so now it does taste like a brownie. They're nice. It definitely tastes like a brownie now. So Ray, they are definitely brownies now. They're very chocolatey. And we've only got the scones left, so you want to cut to the... So, we're going to cut to an appearance from not Winston Churchill. And it's 1945 now. It's the man. It's not Winston Churchill. I did not sanction this. Winston's going on forever. Mum should be in the army. Okay, thank you for joining me for my 1940s inspired afternoon tea. We're going to go enjoy our 1940s music and our scones now. Also, there's lots of smiley faces there. Oh yeah. I'm not saying. The Queen's going to be on later, isn't she, with a speech. And thanks for joining, Ray, and whoever else watches. This will be on my timeline later if you didn't. Thank you for watching, also Deb. And anyone else who wants to watch it later, it will be available on my timeline, and I'll save it so you can watch it forever and ever. There'll be pictures later also as well. So we need to go eat our scones, our fake cream and our jam. Fill up with some more tea and then do a lot of... can't hear you properly. Oh, the sound's always a bit funny like that. So we're going to go and eat, clean, pack up, tidy, and then we'll get started to think about the next one, which also will be another time travelling one. And while I'm off work, and so is everyone else, and we might have another one maybe beginning of next month, or if I'm still home by that time, or if I'm not, then on my next break. Thank you, bye from everyone here and almost Winston Churchill, and I'll catch you later. Okay, bye.